we're just buying the iPrioritize app, and I'm going to show you what it does. That's it. So just, you've gone to the App Store, typed in iPrioritized, that's it. She presses buy now, and it will start downloading the app. On the camera, turn it to the macro mode, and we actually can see what's going on. It's nice and simple. So now you've got the app, so click on iPrioritize, big red button, and you've actually got some sample tasks in there, right? So we'll just delete those off to begin with. So click on projects, that's it, and if you click on edit, and then click on one of them, click on it, that's it, and then at the bottom you can hit delete and delete it off. So you'll put those in just to give them an example what it looks like. Hit delete, yeah, and then that's it again. So now we've got no apps there, no projects there. To close it off, hit done. So let's add a project in, and the first project I'd use a project. Sounds silly, but your major things you're working on yourself. So to put your name in, that's right, and hit done. That's it. So now we've got a project. Now projects are kind of like folders for tasks or things you're focused on. So click on your name, and that brings into a task view for those projects. So let's add the first task on, add. Now we were on over earlier, our thing, what did we call it? It was get your stuff online?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so just put that up in there. Yep. And in the details, you're going to type it up, and then talk to Simon about getting it online. Okay, and you can put as much information there as you need to. Really, it's an aid memoir, right? You'll have other like task management stuff elsewhere. It's just more about prioritizing what you're doing. Hit on done, and then save. Now, what's that? It's a question, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see that. It's a question saying, is it viable? Can you afford to do it? So what we're actually doing now is going to go through 6 quick questions to prioritize what you have to work on. Because if you can't, this is actually a really important question. If you cannot afford to do this right now, you can't even get started. Now it might be it's really important, so go and find a way to finance it. But if actually it isn't important and you can't afford it, don't do it. So the first question is, can you afford to do it? So can you afford to type it up and then talk to me about it?
Yes.
So press yes. And obviously the answer was no, you'd press no.
Yeah.
The second question is, are you capable? Do you have the skills and resources to do this? So it's kind of saying like, are you able to do it? So it might be, I don't know, go helicopter flying.
Yeah.
If you're not trained to do it, even if you could afford it and it's important, you still couldn't do it. It sounds obvious and just over-explaining, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
So, do you have the skills to do that? Are you able to?
Yes.
Okay, hit yes. Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay, that's fairly obvious, isn't it? Like, do you want to do it? But that's really saying, like, do you really want to do it? That might be, oh, do you want to do a tax return? If you really want to do it, click yes. If you're like, I'm not sure, that would be a no. If it was, do you want to go train for the marathon? Yeah, kind of. That'll be a no. And be really clear with that, yes or no. If it's a, yeah, not sure, that's a no. So for this one, it was a yes, so click yes. Now, is it urgent? Does it have to happen today, tomorrow, or this week? But that's again talking about, like, if it doesn't happen by next week, does the world blow up? Is it the end of your universe? Yes or no?
No.
So that's true. For our thing, it doesn't have to be this week. I might like it to be, it doesn't have to be. So for example, seeing me today, if you hadn't seen me, I'm off to New York tomorrow. That is urgent today. You're seeing your friends Michelle and Lee later on. And if you don't see them tonight, you're not going to see them. That would be urgent. But in this case, it's not, so that would be a no. Is it important? So doing this, is it important for your personal outcomes or for your business outcomes?
Yes.
It is. It's good learning, good experience, good on your CV. So that would be a yes. And this one looks like the other question, but it's slightly different. This is like the outcome of that stuff. So it's not just is it important, but if like in 5-10 years time you've done this, would that really be aligned with where you want to go? So having this stuff done and dusted complete, would that be aligned with that? Does that make sense, the question?
Yeah, it does.
And it would be, because you're helping students having a business run earning money online. So again, yes. Look. So now we've got a bright orange task. The colours are kind of clearer on the application. So that means, seeing red is like do it right now, orange, still important, and so on. Here you've got one task, it's bright orange saying it's kind of important to get this done today. Kind of like a traffic light, red, amber, green. If it's green, it's kind of let things go a bit, it's okay. If it's yellow, think about it, delegate it on. If it's bright red, stop and get this done now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing. What else we got to do? Try another thing. Add another task in. What else has been floating around for you to do? In your head at all?
Eat.
Eat. We could do the eating. Eating dinner this evening. Okay, so just put eating. It's a silly example, but it's still a good thing to do. Okay, click done again. And save. So can you afford to eat today? I know you've got at least £10 on you. You can afford to eat.
Yes, I can.
Do you know how to eat? How to find food in London?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay. Is it urgent?
Yes.
You're hungry right now, are you? She's saying nothing now. Is it important?
Yes.
If you don't, you'll be in trouble. Yeah?
Yes.
Is it important for your line thing? Yes. So that's, didn't know you to do that one, but it's bright red. You can see the difference in there. So clearly that's something to go and do right now.
Yeah.
And actually after we stop to maybe get some dinner somewhere. So that's a good example of two things. Do you want to try another one? Let's do a third one. Let's do write out a business plan for the student thing we're talking about. We're going to help students get themselves up online as part of the Web Tyrant program and the domain dashboard. So write out the business plan. Okay. And again, save.
Okay.
Can you afford to do it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the skills? Do you know your business plans fully?
Nope.
So that's what you know. Do you want to do it? Not so much. You're shaking your head very gently here. Is it urgent? Not really.
Not really, no.
Is it important? Might be.
Yes.
And is it important for long-term stuff?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. Bang. So you can see black and white now, or not black and white, but colourful, between red, orange and yellow. Those are the tasks. It's actually 9 different colours in there, and we're using some quite clever planning behind it based on the answers. But that's what iPrioritize does, very simple. Now, it gets a bit funkier. Click on export. You actually can email that list on your iPhone straight away to me, to yourself, to your client, to your friend. So if you're working on this with a coach or a client, or even as a reminder for yourself, you maybe had had a business brainstorming session, we can use iPrioritize app, hit it in, and send it to somebody. So they've got that in a spreadsheet of those tasks prioritized for them.
Yep.
Pretty cool, right? I'll click cancel on that for now. And click on all tasks again at the bottom. So that's where if you had more than one project in, it would actually show you all the tasks in priority order. So if you've got 4 or 5 different things, actually, if you always worked on these bright orange tasks, and I went down this list, what we find is, for us anyway, that we actually find it helps us want to get to quicker. Like the Merlin method and things earlier, right? It helps to do that. Click on projects again. Click on it again one more time. And you can see you go back to that project. And that's where you actually can put more than one project in. You can look by project or by other things. So any questions?
Not at the moment,
really.
no.
And if you do want some more help, click on the help thing. We've actually got some information about it. People can zoom through that. There's some actual links to websites. And there's actually some guides and tips people can get about what's going on. So that's always in there and tells you about how it's built and where you can get on. What we recommend people do, you click on the iPhone secrets one, the bottom one.
What's it doing?
One more time. Is it loading up? There you go. And that'll take you to a website within the actual application where you can sign up down here. That's your first name and email address. And we'll actually send you some tips about how you can use iPrioritize very simply. And that's on the website, which is i-prioritize.com, but it's inside the app as well. So hope that's been useful. And hope if you found that if you're watching this as well, and we'll check you out guys soon. That's iPrioritize on the iPhone. What do you think about that?
That's brilliant.
Cool. Thanks guys.